everybody, I'm Philip.
And I'm Justin.
And together, we are Pajamas. And we are on to episode 7 of season 3 of Doctor Who. Last time we left off, we had bad CGI scorpion monster thing. So who knows what this one's going to be about.
I'm excited to see.
Yeah. So, as always, the usual disclaimer about summer is up right now. And yeah, that's that until summer stops being horrible and awful, which will not be for a while, unfortunately, because summer sucks. But enough about that. Let's get to it. Episode 7 of season 3 of Doctor Who. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Frequent flyers privilege. Turbulence, sorry.
42 minutes until we crash into the sun.
And we've been complaining about how hot we are.
Right? How appropriate. We have the sauna pit. Part 1. It's not a black hole. It's the sun, which one day will. It's pre-Satan pit.
It's our lifeboat! It's lava.
It's going mad in there.
And even the TARDIS is in trouble, just like last time.
Where's Corwin? Has anyone heard from him or Ashton?
No.
Do you mean someone?
And there's a saboteur.
Corwin, Ashton, where are you?
It's a marker face.
Corwin!
We're a long way from home, Martha. Half a universe away.
Yeah, feels it. I'll help you. Make yourself useful.
It's remotely controlled by the computer panel. That's what it needs to.
See about those engines. Go. Hey. Go.
Like, I get it, but I like how he's just so bossy all the time to people he just met on their ship. I get it because they're like in peril and distress, but it's really funny. Yeah, like, who are you? Stop telling me what to do.
One chance per door. Get it wrong, the old system freezes.
Any number that reduces to 1 when you take the sum of the square of its digits and continue iterating until it yields 1 as a happy number. Any number that doesn't...
Pre-download number 1s. Elvis Presley or the Beatles.
Now, where was I? Here comes the sun. No, resources. So, the power's still working, the generator's going. If we can...
Absolutely a bit busy. Need to do something for me.
No.
But now I need to look something up on the internet. Oh, just do it, will you?
When did you get so rude?
I'll tell you when.
Well,
Ever since you met that man.
Have you found it?
There's over 400,000 results. Give me a minute.
I told you to stay in engineering.
I only take orders from one person around here.
yeah.
What was that?
I've got to go.
Poor mom.
Irina, get back here with that equipment.
Kill me now.
Airlock sealed. Jettison escape pod. Jettison activated.
He's crossed the circuit. I cannot stop it.
They'll never know. I'll just have disappeared. And they'll always be waiting. I really love you. Tell Dad, Leo, and Tish that I love them too.
It's alive.
What's your favourite colour?
You are.
It's the question.
Purple.
Stay calm. You saved me, now I return the favour.
Stop talking and do the thing. Just run in a circle.
It was nice. Not dying with you. Well done. Very hot. How are you doing?
Now, what do you say?
Thanks for all you're doing, Mrs. Jones.
Mr. Saxon will be very grateful.
Well, that gives a new meaning to sun sickness.
Hmm.
So this had a lot of similarities, as I mentioned before, to the Satan Pit episodes.
Yes.
Or episode, the two-parter.
Including a deep voice.
I didn't have that. We had a crew in space. They're in peril. Someone's infected.
Mm-hmm.
The TARDIS may have been lost. They intimated that at the beginning. Had an awesome captain. And we had the doctor in a spacesuit. Those are the similarities that I found. It was very similar. It was. Come on. Don't go and get mad at me in the comments or whatever. It was very similar to the Satan Pit, the Satan episodes, just condensed into one. I liked this one more than those. Like, you could tell we were on a set, but it didn't feel like a set at all. It felt like we were on a ship.
Yes.
And, you know, we had this countdown. There's always, whenever there's a countdown, there's that sense of urgency, you know, made the peril even greater. The idea that the sun was alive, like, well, a living thing inside the sun.
That was very intriguing.
Yeah. I thought it was a really cool idea to take the notion of, oh no, going towards the sun, which is kind of a sci-fi trope, and to kind of spin it in a way that you harvested fuel illegally from the sun, but you stirred a living creature and now wants it back.
Understandably.
Yeah. I mean, somebody walks in your house and takes your stuff, you're going to want it back.
Indeed, especially if this person didn't even ask. Oh, and especially someone that I don't even know. So if this person comes and takes it, how am I supposed to know where this person is?
Well, you infect them and then you just follow them while they try and get away with your stuff.
Well, I suppose that's one way. Yes, that's one way to get it back.
And then we have the subplot of this organization headed by Mr. Saxon, who we saw in the last episode. So now we know it is actually an organization, some kind of covert thing going on, which makes sense because I said, I think back in season 1 or 2, why weren't more people looking into the Doctor, like on like official or unofficial levels?
Well, actually, when I first saw that, I assumed that because of being worried, she wanted to have the telephones tapped so that she can really know where she is. Is she where she really says that she is?
Mm-hmm.
Is she in danger?
Yeah.
So she very likely would have wanted to have some sort of private investigation to try to figure out what's happening because, well, apparently her own daughter isn't telling her. It would probably put her mind at ease if she simply explained the Doctor. Like Rose did with her mother.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing, yeah. Rose, I don't know if Rose handled that better. But yeah, it's not exactly a private investigation. It is well, it is kind of, but it is not a detective type thing. It is some kind of organization that is essentially, I want to say, hunting.
They want the Doctor.
Yeah, they're tracking him down, which finally, this makes sense in the realm of logic and reality, which I get reality. I mean, yeah, obviously. The Doctor's been on freaking international television before with a damn torch. So, and then the Prime Minister, or maybe she was the President by then, I forget, she said, Doctor, we need your help on television. So yeah, his presence is accepted and known, just like they accept spaceships and stuff flying over London and all that stuff, like they explained. So I assume that that's why more people don't go after him. But even then, I've always been surprised there wasn't a group actively trying. He shouldn't have autonomy, I guess, is what I'm saying. And right now he doesn't.
At best, in season 1, it was more of a conspiracy theory.
Yeah. But season 2 one, like, yeah, they jumped the shark as far as the Doctor being a celebrity almost.
Well, considering that so many things seem to happen when he's around, it's understandable why someone or some people in high places would want to really know who, or even what, this Doctor is.
Yeah, exactly, which is why I've thought for a long time that there should have been some kind of group, rogue or not, looking into it.
Maybe they were on vacation.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe they were in Spain all those times. Scuba diving. But I'm definitely intrigued where this is going to go. This is a new new avenue in Doctor Who we haven't taken before. Because whenever he's worked with government agencies, or I mean, again, I'm assuming this is some kind of covert agency, but government or not, and it's always been cooperative. This is the first time it's been really something is brewing, and I like it. And I think I'm hoping that this is building towards, as I said in the last episode, this is building towards the season finale. This showdown between Mystery Group and the Doctor.
Now that you mention it, it is actually, it's conveniently cooperative usually.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Including being on a ship. Well, who is he? Where did he come from? It seems that, well, they aren't as interrogating about things like that with security.
This time it made sense, though, because they were on a countdown. They were panicking. It was a sense of urgency, as I said. So, guy shows up. I don't like that he's automatically bossy, telling him what to do, but at the same time, I can understand why they would listen to him, because what he's saying is the right things to do. At the same time, then there needs to be more "you're not my captain" going on, because if you're on a ship like that, there's the chain of command, and some noob is not going to show up on your ship and start bossing you around. I don't care what ship you're on, be it in the air or in the sea. There's going to be a chain of command, and I think again the doctor. I think again the Doctor is afforded, and again it's just how it's written. I know that. I'm just saying from this perspective, taking it at face value, the Doctor's just given way too many liberties to impose himself onto a situation without any blowback. And that's why, and also that happens in real life, which is why I like this organization thing, because the Doctor has had pretty much zero accountability across the board as stuff that's on as things are happening. There's this mystery organization potentially investigating and or hunting him down, not sure which. And yeah, it's logical. It makes sense. Now, if that's not what they're doing, okay. But I do like that we have this cat and mouse going on right now. And for once, the Doctor is the mouse.
It is understandable that he would proceed as if he were in a leadership role, because by doing that, it does give others the mentality to go along with it, because he seems to have leadership qualities.
Well, and also he was like, the instructions he was giving were, as I said, all the right things to do. They made sense.
Yes.
So it wasn't like he was saying like, do jumping jacks now, do 50 jumping jacks now. Like, I could see him doing that and expected to be, followed fingers to lips. But yeah, I forgave it more. It's glaring.
He's very persuasive.
He's very bossy and entitled. But I understand why. But it doesn't make it any less annoying sometimes. His worst tendencies came to light in this episode, but they weren't as annoying as they have been in the past, because they were framed with a narrative in a way that it all made sense. Of course, he's going to be bossy and insistent as Martha and friend is floating closer and closer to the sun. Absolutely. Makes 100% sense. I'm going to save you. I'm going to save you. Makes 110% sense. But it's just that when you take all that out of it and you just look at the scenes for what they are, and you have a grieving now widow and Doctor watching a new companion. And still, I mean, she's still relatively new. We had Rose for 2 seasons. Martha's been around for now 7 episodes. So she's not new, but she doesn't have a lot of miles on her yet. And I don't mean that in a rude way. I mean, as far as traveling with a Doctor. So when you look at look at them at face value, it's kind of like, okay. Then Martha also got the phone upgrade that he gave to Rose. And she got the key to the TARDIS.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's like your new partner giving you the key to their house. Like, oh, we're getting kind of serious now, aren't we? But I did like it that she didn't take it as like puppy dog eyes, oh, Doctor, kind of thing. She was just like, wow, thank you. And she kissed the other dude goodbye. It was a gift and a gesture that wasn't mired in like what felt like young adult novel romance stuff. Which is like, you know what? You've been off the ride. You've earned this. Here you go. Cool. If they steer the relationship with the Doctor and Martha in this way, all for it. If they go back to the romance stuff, I'll tolerate it, because thus far, Martha has been very, as we've talked before, very good at balancing.
Patient, very patient.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to be. Like, good looks will only get you so far. I've rambled on a bit here. What were your thoughts on the episode?
Oh, I've been scattering them about.
Okay, I just want to make sure I wasn't not giving you the opportunity to say anything else you wanted to say. Suppose I can go to my notes. Want to? Okay.
Philip's notes.
Not many notes today. Not only did the episode do a good job of building urgency, it did a good job of splitting up the group into urgent actions. We gotta get the engines, the backup engines where we started, versus we gotta get these doors open, versus we gotta get this medbay situation fixed, or we gotta get this medbay situation figured out. So it's engines and doors and medbay. So everyone had something to do in the episode. So I thought it was well structured as far as balancing out the plot and plot devices somewhat evenly amongst everyone. So everyone felt important. Like, this crew, to me, felt like a real crew. That's something else that I think differed from Satan Pit, where they didn't feel like a real crew to me. Because not only did they feel like they were on a set and it looked kind of fakey and it just wasn't the best. And I know why. It was explained to us, budgetary. But as I said, this felt like a ship. This felt like a crew, a cohesive unit that worked together. And we didn't need any kind of extra stuff. It was just people, hot and sweaty, on a ship, floating towards the sun, because you pissed the sun monster off. So while I don't think this was like the strongest episode we've seen this season, I also think they did a good job in the writing of making everything seem important, even as it was divvied out amongst all the cast members, if that makes sense. This will be a joke for the nerds out there like me. When he put the mask on, the helmet on, I said it was Fallout meets X-Men. A little bit of a Fallout helmet with a Cyclops visor going on. I did like when Martha and the dude were in the escape pod together. And he said, he never found anyone he could like believe in or whatnot. She's like, no girlfriend, boyfriend. I was like, cool. Just little things like that. Nice little moments of inclusion. It didn't feel forced, Why would she assume it would be a girlfriend? So I thought it was a nice, cool moment,
That was sweet.
Yeah, it wasn't heavy-handed. It wasn't. It's just that, and I know there's that term heteronormative. And I'm not trying to get any kind of preachy thing about this. There's oftentimes, in situations like that, be like, oh, so you don't have a girlfriend? Well, maybe he's not into girls. But little things like that, I appreciate. This is like mid-2000s. So, we've made a lot of progress since then. Yeah, it was something tiny that I thought was nice. When Martha came back into the TARDIS, I forget what she said to the Doctor now, because I'm so absorbed into talking about the episode. She kind of like made a little joke when she came back in, and the Doctor just looked at her, and then he kind of like, she's like, what's wrong? And then he didn't answer because he's being dismissive, and she's like, then she got the key. That look on his face, there's something more going on. So I wonder if part of that is still in him, or if it's just simply he knows something that he's not saying, which is par for the course with him. It could be because he thinks he's sparing her. So I'm not saying it's malicious. Or maybe he's just not fully recovered yet. Maybe it's just as simple as that. But, it's fun to think about and wonder about and all that stuff. Everything else I've talked about in here. The rest of my notes are for my patrons over on Patreon. Overall, that was well done.
I agree.
I really can't find anything to nitpick about the stuff that I thought was like Doctor being the Doctor is all explainable. I found this, as I said, I found this crew and the set and everything to be much improved Satan Pit. And again, they took the trope of flying into the sun or going into the void and the unknown or going into certain, demise to turn that into the sun was a living thing, like a living creature kind of thing or whatever. Really neat spin on it.
One thing that I am curious about is the title.
I wondered that myself. I thought it might have been the atomic number. So atomic number 42 is molybdenum. Mm-hmm. Chemical element with the symbol Mo, based on the ancient Greek molybdus, meaning lead, since its ores were confused with lead ores. I don't know then. I assumed it was the atomic number. But isn't 42 also the meaning of life in Hitchhiker's Guide? I think.
Maybe that's a reference to it.
Maybe. Yeah, look, there you go. Thank you, creepy Google, for wanting to know what I was going to type. Yeah, 42 is the answer to the ultimate question. in Hitchhiker's Guide.
And they had to answer questions to open the doors.
Yeah, it's an answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything. So yeah, it could be a reference to Hitchhiker's Guide. I first thought it was the atomic number. It was cool to see as Martha said, Doctor saved her, she saved him.
Mm-hmm.
Not the first time, but I like that Martha's more capable.
She's much more than simply a sidekick.
Yeah, this is my once an episode. Yay Martha. Still like Martha. She's very cool. Yeah, that's about all I have to say, really. You have anything else you want to add? All right. I don't want people thinking that I'm just like Mr. Talky dominant man. I don't let you talk.
Oh, it's simply that you have more to say than I do.
Okay.
Have you ever read or seen Hitchhiker's Guide?
I've seen it. I haven't read it. I saw the version with Martin Freeman, which is how I discovered that I had a massive crush on Martin Freeman, which continues to this day.
I've never actually seen or read it, hence why I wasn't sure of what the number was about.
Right.
How exactly is the meaning of life 42?
I have not watched Hitchhiker's Guide since it came out. It was a long time ago. Well, a long time ago. I'm like Mr. Quotations in this freaking video today. It's been a while. I'm old. All right. Well, is there anything else you would like to add about this episode? Alrighty. Well, that's going to wrap up this episode. As always, I don't have a fancy outro, so I'll simply say thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.
Goodbye.